Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope you people are doing great. So I'm going to start this class. Last classes we discussed about these nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, the collection of nerve cell, and that is called simply the nerve tissue, the nerve tissue. The basic structural unit of nervous tissue or nerve tissue is nerve cells, and we can call that, or we can say the another name or another terms is neuron for that one. And if you look at this one, this is the picture of this neuron or nerve cells. Look at this one, this is the picture. And this is a cell body, dendrites and the dendrons and the neurograndia and outer neuron or inner neuron, interneuron and the axon, the myelin sheath. We were talking about the neurograndia, and I explained very clearly about these, the neuron and nerve cells last classes, right? I hope you will got this one. And also, if you look at the picture, this is the basic structural unit is the nerve cell, or you can say neuron. And there are two parts in this neuron, nerve cells, and that means the cell body and the nerve fiber. And cell body contains mainly nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, which means ER, that means SCR and RER. So, like our animal cell is the nerve cells is a type of animal cell. So, but it's a different shape and it does a different structural functional characteristics has. The dendrons arise from cell body, and the dendrons branch out and forms the dendrites. And dendrites, I can say, the axons start from the cell body as single process with a single stand, single line, and the branch out as axon terminal. Allow the branch of axon terminal. And the most of the exon in the chordata myelinated. Myelinated means, the myelin is a type of lipid. Lipid, it's like a roll of cake which is coated chocolate. So chocolate we coat iron on the roll of cake. So it's like a myelinated one. The place where the myelin sheath, myelin is a type of lipid, and the sheath is absent in this, and that the place that's called is not a granule. So, not a granule. And the functions of neurons. And I was talking about this one also, the dendron or dendrite receives stimuli and transmit the cell body. The second one is axon. Axon transmit impulses from cell body to next dendrons of neuron or effectors normally. So we were talking about that how is the movement of these axon and the dendrons stimuli impulses is passing through this one. We discussed very clearly. And also myelin sheath, the myelin sheath increase the speed of transmission, which means, for example, when the myelin sheath present in that place, you can see here, you can find the high speed of these transmission. Usually in every new nerve cell, it contains myelin sheath. So myelin sheath is a type of, is a lipid coated surrounds the axon, right? So axon means outer neuron. So the myelin sheath increases the speed of transmission. And common functions of neuron. So, and finally, we will be talking about that. That's one right way. Some of the people are missing, I don't know. So there was a problem in the morning, so that's why I changed the time, right? Okay, so again, I'm talking about this one, the nerve cell. Nerve cell is a nerve cell. Here, look at this one. This is a nerve cell, and this is an axon. This is a dendrons. Here in these dendrites are bones, and here this is a dendrons. Here, look at this one, and you can find here the myelin sheath about this one. Just drawing home with a rough picture. And here, look at this one. This is an axon. And this is an axon terminal. You can find here. And then this is a dendron, and this is dendrites. Dendrons and dendrites can be found here. The sensory organ, right, like eyes, ear, the nose, ear, skin, right? So this can be found in these sensory organ. At the same time, here look at this is a one nerve cell. This is a one neuron. So like this neuron or nerve cell, you can find the millions of trillions of nerve cells which is connected to here. And now this is connected, which is connected to this is axon terminals or axon of one neuron, and this is another nerve cell dendron. And here look at this one, and this is another neuron. Something like you can find here loads of neurons or nerve cells which is connected. And finally, it can be found in here, central nervous system, CNS. So the function of these axons, the dendrons, dendrons receive the stimuli. Stimuli means stimuli, whatever the light or the sound or the touching or the friction, whatever things, the stimuli takes this, the stimuli is absorbed or taken by these dendrites. And the dendrons is passing that stimulus, the transmission through here the cell body. So the cell body pass that message or the stimulus or the impulses to this axon to one the terminals of these synapses vessels, which means synapses terminals. We can say here this one, the axon terminal, I can say. So then the message pass, when the message pass through these the nerve cells or the neuron, then another nerve cell is accepting, yes, something like, for example, if you feel the hot here, the hot is a type of sense, which means it is sense and it is taken by the skin hot spots or the hot receivers, the receiver, yeah, exactly, receivers is receiving that the sense, and it will be changed into these nerve cell, and the message passes through this cell and it will be accepted another nerve cell and it will move and it will be connected. This happened would happen between the trillions or the millions of neurons, nerve cells. Then the message will pass to central nervous system, or else it will be passed through the one nerve cell. So the point is the three functions we discussed is the nerve impulses or the message or the stimulus message passing through these, the cells which is passing through the cell body here. The second one is the cell which can go, or which can pass through this one. The cell body is passing, the message is passing through this axon, and also the functions of myelin sheath. So the myelin sheath is what increase the speed of this transmission of these impulses. So that's what I'm saying. This one, when the moving, when the message passing, these are the three functions should be known, right? Okay. So anybody have any doubt, you can ask. Just fine. So I'm going to move to next one, the final one, and then maybe today may be the last class of this, which means theory, and we'll do the question, the past paper question, all the past paper question. I'll do some of the model question, and we'll finish, and we'll go to next unit. Okay, I'm stopping. Anybody have any doubts? Please ask. Okay, I'm going to move now. This is the nerve cell. These are the common nerve cell, and this is the common function of neuron. And these are the parts of function. These are the functions of heart. This is the common function of neuron. If they ask the function of neuron, receive information from receptors. Receptors are sense organ. What are the sense organ? We know skin, nose, mouth, ear, and finally tongue. Or another neuron, it received the information from receptor. If it's starting first, it will be received by receptor, which means sense organ. Or else it could be another neuron, like I say this one, the first neuron taken, and it will be taken another neuron. So receptors, the neuron, which is the function of this neuron, they receive the information from receptors or another neuron. And the next function is send or transmit to another neuron or effectors. Effectors mean it will be started. We will be talking about the types of three neurons. Neurons, the more type very clear. So what I'm saying is one, the neuron which is present, it could be present in the terminals, the sense organ sense organ. But அது இடையில இருக்கிற செயின்கள் இருந்தா then it will transmit to another neuron or effectors. Effectors could be what? There are two types of effectors in our body. Effectors means விளைவு காட்டிகள். In this, receptors means வாங்கிகள். வாங்கிகள் means sense organ. The effectors means where it will be affected. Where it will be affected, the final transmit. There are two places it could be the effectors. What are the effectors? One is glands. Glands means something, it is secrete something. Second one is a muscle. So glands secrete, you know that. I was talking lots of things. We may have studied the hormones. The hormone is secreted by glands. For example, I'm saying this one, the adrenaline. Adrenaline is a type of hormone. It is secreted by adrenal gland. So the effect could be seen or effect can be found in effectors, or what are the effectors? That could be the glands and muscles. We will be studying this one in grade 11, chapter number 6 also, the coordination and everything. So I'm just skipping that one. So அது நிறைய படிக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு 11ஆம் ஆண்டுல 6ஆம் பாடத்துல. அங்க போனோம்னா இன்னும் படிக்கலாம். So please come to that one. Okay, let's move to the final part of this chapter. Types of neurons based on functions. Types of neuron. What are the two types or three types of neuron? Neuron நாங்க தனியா படிச்சிருக்கோம். இப்ப படிக்க போறது என்னன்னு சொன்னா the types of neuron. Types of neuron mean what are the types? The different types of neuron you can be found here. One is sensory neuron. Sensory neuron. Sensory neuron means the sense is moving. அதாவது உட்காவு நரம்பு. You can say the புலன் நரம்பு. In Tamil, I can say புலன் நரம்பு. Then the second one is interneuron. Interneuron means இடைத்தூது நரம்பு. In Tamil, இடைத்தூது நரம்பு. Third one is a motor neuron. Motor neuron means இயக்க நரம்பு. இயக்க நரம்பு. It will move towards the effectors or something like that. Right. Let's move. There are three types of neuron you can find here in these based on neuron, based on their functions. One is sensory neuron, interneuron, and a motor neuron. Let's look about the sensory neuron now. If you look at the picture of this sensory neuron here, look at the picture. This is the different types of picture. So I will give some of the very detailed picture when I give the notes. Notes are at the time now is a detailed picture. But I'm explaining now here. Look at that. And if you come to these the sensory neuron, look at this one. This is the part, is a cell body. This is a cell body. And here you may have seen now only part and the nerve cells are parting in our body. The dendrons come external body, none of the cell body, it will be what starting from cell body. But here this is called what? This is axon, this is a dendron. And here this is a dendron. Here this is a dendron. And this is dendrites. So everything is correct like that. But what I'm saying, the dendron is what bigger than when you compare the common neuron. Common neuron or the dendrons is bigger or longer. It's a dendrites. Now, you can see here the cells or the cells here, the nucleus in the cell body. And this is called axon. And that's called is axon. That's called what? Axon. At the same time, here this is what snaps is vessel, or we can say snaps is a terminal or axon terminal. Look, if you look at the picture, that is what? Wait for that. Okay, something you have to think about this one, even if you have your book, you can see the picture. And this picture is all about the first point. This is the first one. Excuse me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So the first one is the function of the sensory neuron. I will talk that later. This is the function of sensory neuron. But the first is the feature, if we look at this one, most of the time, cell body occurred in ganglions. The ganglion is the word you will never ever, you will confuse so much about this word. The ganglion means in Tamil, Narambu Thirakku. The Narambu Thirakku, if you look at the picture, here, the cell body which is present in center. Cell body in center. And this is the dendron and axon look like a same length. Or dendron or axon but when you compare this one, it's look like the same. And also the very important point, I will talk about this ganglion weight. The dendrites occur means you can find these dendrites in sensory organ. You can find these cells in sensory organ. I will explain very detail about this one. So sensory organ the dendrites. So this cell, so this type of nerve cell can be found in sensory sense organ, something like eye, nose, mouth, tongue, and skin, and also ear. In the ஐந்தில் so it is what the sensory neuron means, the taking, the receiving, the sense. ஏதாவது sense received பண்ற receive பண்ற வேலை தான் இவர் செய்யுது. Whatever it will receive the sense receive பண்ணுவாங்க. The next thing is axon located in central nervous system. Axon located in central nervous system means this axon, the axon of this sensory neuron, the axon, and there comes central nervous system. Central nervous system can be divided into two parts. You know that the brain and the spinal cord. So spinal cord is the brain. Brain contains lots of parts. We'll be talking about the chapter number 6. But the brain spinal cord this is the one of the types of this sensory. This is types of this neuron. Neuron or a type. This is the ganglions means. I'm going to show these ganglions. So before we talk about this one, I'm stopping and I'm sharing one thing here. See the picture of this sensory neuron. So but adjust. It's a sensory neuron. Here, this one, it is present where you can find here. This can be found here. In receptor cells can be found where you can find here where you can find the receptor cells. அதாவது வாங்கி கலங்கள் எங்க இருக்கு வாங்கிகள் இருக்கு வாங்கிகள் means what sensory organs receptor cells. Look at the dendrons of this one. This is the cell one, the stoma, and this is cell body, and the myelin sheath will present. Indeed, myelin sheath will come every nucleus. It's present the myelin sheath. The thing is the dendron. This is the dendron in the dendron. The dendron which is present where, look at this one, you can find here receptor cells. Receptor cells rather than dendrites. Here, look at this one, the dendrites. The dendrite can be found in the receptor cells. Receptor cells means where you can find the receptor cells, for example, the 5 sense organ line, receptor cells, you know, we will be talking about, if you take I grade 9 ல படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. அதுல what is that? Retina, retina, you know the retina. The light falls on retina, finally on eye. Eye, the receptor cell, high amount of receptor cell. We have studied that cone cells, right? Rod cells you may have studied. Cone cells, the rod cells present in retina. So those are the receptors, and something like in ear, the skin, the that eye and the tongue, you can find this kind of receptor cells. So those receptor cells, something like, you know, we have studied the skin. Skinல, this upper part, what type of tissue? What type of tissue? Skin present in what type of tissue? In skin, what type of tissue present? Tell me. Epithelial tissue.
Epithelial.
Very good.
Epithelial.
Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is a type of what? There are different types of epithelial tissue, but that is not in syllabus. But in book lesson, school, but I will not teach that one. Right? I will explain. Syllabus code explain. I will explain very detailedly within the syllabus. Out of syllabus, never. Never ever. Right? So look at this one. When you compare this one, the epithelial tissue is a type of tissue, you know that. And the epithelial tissue, the nerve is connected. So that nerve is connected now here, the nerve connection here. The dendrites of this, what's that? The dendrites of this, what's that? This is a sensory neuron that is it. And also here the axon is coming, and the central branch. Now I can show here now what I'm saying, what I was talking about that. The ganglions of this, ganglion means naramakti. The ganglion of sensory neuron. Now look at this one. The ganglion. This is the ganglion. But in the nama, you will confuse. In grade level, chapter number 6, coordination, there is a big, there is a what's that? There is a part. So if you turn that page, the page number, I don't know, but the grade level, chapter number 6, this is the point, this is a ganglion. Look at this one. Right now, here, look at this one. The dorsal root ganglion, here, this is the one. So come to the point here, this is what the synapse is, dorsal horn. And it's like what, look at this one, what type of neurons can be found here? This is the receptor. This is what? Tell me. This is what?
Hand.
Hand. Hand contains what? Skin. Skin contains what? Skin is a type of sense organ. Skin receive what? Receptors. So it received the stimulus. What are, for example, then here, this is the receptor. This is the receptor. I will show very clear video. You can see later. So right, it's a receptor. When this stimuli, the message, when it pings on your skin, message will pass. This is here. What type of neurons here now? This is what? This is a dendrites. Now the red color the dendrites of sensory neuron. Sensory neuron is the message. It will accept. Then the message will pass the pass and right? Pseudo, it's even not in A level. So the message is passing through this one. And goes this one, this is the one, the body, cell body of neuron. This is the cell body of neuron. The ganglion is what? This is the ganglion, the cell body. the cell body சுற்றி dorsal root ganglion which நரம்பு திரட்டு. The point is what I'm saying that this நரம்பு திரட்டு is a ganglion which is present near this. This is what anybody can you recognize the picture of that I have drawn here? In the picture நான் குறிக்கிறது சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம்.
Central nervous system.
Central nervous. Is it a brain man?
Spinal cord system.
Yeah, spinal cord. See, it is a spinal cord. So spinal cord look naturally grand. I was talking about the sensory neuron. Sensory neuron engiruthanga pogum receptor. Adavadhu whatever the receptor. Receptor means receptors ellam enga irukkum sense organ la irukkum. Where you can find the sensory or sense organs, the 5 sense organs alladha receptors irukkum. Where you can't find anywhere the receptors. So receptors irukra time la this is sensory neuron. Sensory neuron is moving. There are loads of sensory neuron cells, nerve cells irukkum. So connect eye varum. Then finally when it comes to near is what? The central nervous system. Central nervous system mainly the spinal cord. Spinal cord pakkathula varum endu sonna. And that this is the part of this dorsal root ganglion. Ganglion means then அதாவது என்னது நரம்பு திரட்டுல காணப்படும். It is occurred in dorsal root ganglion. So remember in the picture ஞாபகம் வெச்சுக்கோங்க. We will be talking about grade level. Chapter number 6 very clear ஆ படிச்சுக்கோங்க. Look at the picture. This is also you can find here. And this is, see this one. The message is passing. Here this one is spin. And this is a one type of sensory neuron. And it is moving the message passing. Here you can find, here look at this one. This is the a type of cell body. The message passing through that one. And it is moving. And this is the one, the yellow color which is given here. This yellow color, this part is a ganglion, which means it is present in ganglion. Cell body is present in ganglion. This is what spinal. The message then again it passing through this one. We will be talking about very nice clear picture, right? So how the sense எப்படி இது travel பண்ணுது, message pass பண்ணப்படுது என்கிறத நான் very clear ஆக பார்க்கிறேன். சரியா? So for example you can see the picture now. The picture of an environment. The picture is a picture. You will have sensory receptor. Receptor means here what? What's the receptor? Tell me. It's a skin. This place is what? Skin. In the place the skin is. Skin message passing through that one. This place also, what's that? Skin. Skin is the in the skin, there is another picture of that. I'm taking this one. I'll explain it. Okay, so I can show. Can you see the picture? Picture one level.
Yes, sir. சொல்லுங்க.
Yes, sir.
So this is skin about the skin and the sensory receptors. The message is taking out. Then if you look at this green color of parting and sunna. In the green color, the message which is passing through this one. Then it is what sensory neuron. Here look at this one, the sensory neuron. The sensory neuron message which is passed, this is the green color. Then this is what? This is the cell body. And this is dorsal root ganglion. நரம்பு திரட்டு என்று சொல்றது இதைத்தான் அவங்க கதைச்சிருக்காங்க. So the sensory neuron message is passing through where ரெண்டு இடத்துல போகுது பாருங்க. This is what tell me, this is what? Excuse me.
Spinal.
So in the link, 2 minutes or 1 minute are expired, but I'll talk. This is spinal cord. This is the brain. இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னு சொன்னா this color, this blue color, the sensory neuron. Here, look at this sensory neuron here. This sensory neuron is moving the spinal cord and also in the brain. So it is present, the sensory neuron which is present in central nervous system. Central nervous system, two parts. One is brain, second one is what? Spinal cord. The blue color, look at this one, that is the one you must know. This is skin letter the message pass out. For example, ഇവിടുത്തെ ഒരാൾ കിള്ളിട്ടായിരുന്നു ഇല്ലാട്ടി ഏതോ ഒന്ന് നടന്നിട്ട് ഇല്ലാട്ടി ഓൾക്കും നിങ്ങൾ ജോക്കുകളെല്ലാം ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് ഏത് கதிரையில இருக்கீங்க கதிரையில ஒரு முள்ளொண்ட வச்சு கொடுத்து இதை மூடி கொடுக்கும் சோ நீங்க வந்து குத்துறீங்க குத்தினா யூ வில் ஃபீல் வாட் பிஞ்ச் அது குத்திடும் குத்தினா தட்ஸ் a sense அது ரிசீவ் பண்ணால் யாரு ஸ்கின் ரிசீவ் பண்ணி the message pass through this one இங்க போகும் ஒன்று இங்க போகும் ரெண்டு இடத்துல போகும் அது எங்க போகுங்கிறதுல நமக்கு தேவையில்லை we will be studying that one grade 11 chapter number 6 right so இதுதான் sensory neuron. So we will be studying next one. Next one படிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். இந்த link expire ஆயிடும் next week.